And a very good afternoon, everyone, as we welcome you to Waterloo. This is our second visit to Waterloo in about 2 weeks, as we were here a couple weeks ago on a very, very cold day for some girls softball. Today we make a return trip. Not as cold, but just as windy, as we return for a little baseball action as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Waterloo Bulldogs. I am Todd Duke. We welcome you in to the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network, brought to you by the folks at Chiropractic Works, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road, or you can call 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, we normally have pregame interviews for you, but we are a little late in getting things set up. It's one of those behind the backstop type deals, and that took me about 15 minutes just to get my camera situated to a point where I could get something on the screen that looks good. I backed it up, and all you would be able to see is chain link fence, so I have my camera leaning up against the fence this time, and well, hope that works out for you. And all that led up to rush, and didn't have enough time to get the interview, but Coach Trapp said that he would love to join us during the post-game show. So we're flying solo on the pregame show. Collinsville comes into this contest with an overall record of 13-3. They have won 10 straight games. The Waterloo Bulldogs are coached by Mike Vogel. He is in his 26th year, and he has his team playing right now with a 6-5 record. They are 1-3 in the Mississippi Valley Conference, and they have won four of their first 5 games of the season. Since then, they have only won 2 of their next 6. They have only played one other Southwestern Conference team before this game, and that was at O'Fallon, where the Bulldogs lost to the Panthers by a score of 8-1. Their last game played was Tuesday night, and it was a big 15-5 win right here on this very field against Jerseyville. Collinsville, their 10-game winning streak, well, they picked up win number 10 last night with a road victory at Edwardsville. And you know me and looking up the history between clubs, and while I was at it, I looked at the history between Collinsville and Edwardsville. And over the last 18 years, which is as far back as my records go, this is the first time Collinsville has won at Edwardsville in those 18 years. The last time Collinsville beat Edwardsville was at Fletcher Field, and that was back in May of 2012, a 6-5 victory. So big win last night. Although, from what I understand, it was an ugly game, but an ugly win is a lot better than a good-looking loss any day. So the boys are playing well under Coach Pete Trapp into his 12th year as the head skipper of your Kahawks, and the 10-game winning streak. The last loss was against O'Fallon, so the Waterloo Bulldogs and the Collinsville Kahawks have something in common. Both lost to O'Fallon. That was back on April the 3rd and is their only loss so far in the month of April. 4 Southwestern Conference wins in that stretch over East St. Louis, Alton, Granite City, and last night over Edwardsville. So Coach Trapp got his team heading in the right direction. And between these two teams, Waterloo and Collinsville, not a total ton of history, but they have played a few times since the 2000 season. And in that time, Collinsville is 1-11. That one victory was coming for Coach Trapp, and Coach Trapp is 1-9 in his first 11 years playing Waterloo. So kind of a thorn in the side these Waterloo Bulldogs are for the Kahawks over the last few years. Last year, Collinsville lost 10-9 at Fletcher Field. They lost a doubleheader to Waterloo back in May of 2012. The last time that Collinsville beat Waterloo, well, that was 8 years ago, back on May the 7th of 2010, a 10-5 victory. These two teams have met one time in the postseason over the last 18 years, and Collinsville lost that one 6-2. That was back in the 02 season, so that one's been about 16 years, back in May of 02. So there is a little bit of history between these two clubs. We will take a short break, get a quick drink, and then we're going to come back and we're going to pass starting lineups to you and have that first pitch as we are underway for a 4:15 first pitch, and it'll come your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network. Once again, we welcome you back to Waterloo here on the Kahok Sports Network. I'm Todd Duke. Josh Hartle's supposed to be here in a little while, and hopefully he can get my scoreboard working because I am having a hard time getting that thing to coexist with my encoder and my operating system. Here are your starting lineups. We'll begin with Collinsville because they're getting ready to come up to the plate now. Hunter Counton will lead things off. He'll play left field, followed by Braden Limp in center field. Hunter Shiragi's behind the plate batting third. On the hill today is Devin Bovenet, who usually plays third base, but he will be your pitcher for the Kahawks today. He'll bat fourth. Noah Scrum in the 5 spot playing shortstop. Carson Richardson is at third base, batting in the number 6 hole. Camden Reeves bats 7th, plays first base. Jake Holton plays second base and bats 8th. Garrett Morski will bat 9th, and he will play right field. Nathan Albrecht is on the hill for the Waterloo Bulldogs, kind of looking like the old Houston Astros uniform. And the righty gets things started with a strike to Hunter Counton. Hunter Counton on the year batting .386, 11 runs batted in. He has a home run. He has a triple also and a double as well. And this is a stab by the shortstop. Nice job, Wittenauer over there. And he throws him out for the first play of the game as the play goes 6-3 for out number 1. That was a nice stab by the Waterloo shortstop. I know that you can't see a lot of the right side of the infield, but you can see him, can't you? Yeah, a little bit. We are up against the backstop, so we pretty much don't have any coverage on the left side. You can see the shortstop, but not the third baseman or the left fielder. Next up, Braden Limp. Braden Limp on the year, batting .366 with 9 runs batted in. He also has 1 home run and a triple. He stands in from the right side and faces the righty, Nathan Albrecht. Nathan Albrecht on the year. This is his 4th game started. He's 1-0. He's pitched in almost 13 innings, and he has a 3.87 earned run average. And the next pitch, outside and high, ball 2. 2-1 to Braden Limp. Albrecht has 15 strikeouts to go along with just 3 walks. He has hit 3 batters on the year, and he has not given up any long balls on the season as the next pitch hits the outside corner, and it is 2-2. We are just underway. Nice sunshiny day. Some white wispy clouds moving around and about, and a stiff wind blowing straight in. And sometimes it can be a little gusty, as you might be able to hear over the microphone. But nevertheless, we are here. It's not raining, and it's not cold. So all those things are a plus around here these days as Braden Limp takes ball 4 and takes his base, becomes the first base runner of the game. As we told you, Nathan Albrecht had only walked 3 batters coming into this game after having struck out 15 in just about 13 innings pitched. So he does not give up a walk that often. He does to Braden Limp, and up steps Hunter Shiragi. Shiragi batting .425 on the year with 16 runs batted in. And you'll be hard-pressed to see a ball go out of here today with the wind blowing straight in pretty much from left center field. First pitch to Shiragi is a strike. 3:15 down the lines, first and third. 360 to straightaway center field. No numbers in the power alleys on the fence in the outfield as Albrecht brings one home to Shiragi. He swings and fouls it back to the screen. I don't have my camera exactly in the hole in the backstop, but it's close, so I'm hoping we don't get any foul tips back there because that would be sayonara to my camera. 0-2 the count to Shiragi. 1 out, runner on first base, Braden Limp. Albrecht looks in, has his sign, brings it. Shot down the third base side, but that's going to go foul. And the count will remain 0-2. This is the last game of the week. We have had a game every day this week because of all the rainouts. We started off with softball on Monday, had back-to-back baseball games Tuesday and Wednesday. Last night's big come-from-behind win for the ladies soccer team over Granite City. And here we are today in Waterloo for more baseball as Shiragi takes one up around the eyes. Ball 1. 1-2 is the count. Scoreboard had it 1-3. I just read it. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Shiragi awaits from Albrecht, swinging a shot down the third base line. That one is fair, and that one is going all the way to the outfield and in foul territory. The left fielder, Baker, comes up with it and throws over to third, but Limp is in there standing up on a double by Hunter Shiragi. So Collinsville picks up their first hit, as well as their first walk in the inning. They have runners at second and third for Devin Bovenet. Bovenet usually plays third base. He'll be on the hill tonight. And Bovenet, the leading batter for Collinsville, batting .467 with 14 runs batted in. He has a home run and a handful of doubles. TJ Williams will go in to run for Bovenet at second base, as Nathan Albrecht, Hunter Shiragi at second base, as Albrecht, brings the first one home to Bovenet. He swings right through the high fastball. 0-1. Nathan Albrecht brings it home. Foul ball out of play. Catcher, by the way, is his brother Quentin Albrecht. Nathan is a sophomore. Quentin is a senior. The sophomore throws to the senior, and another foul ball out of play. Back behind home plate. Have to keep your eyes open here walking around. The Waterloo Lady Bulldogs are playing softball right behind this location, just as the baseball team had a game against CBC a couple weeks ago when we were here doing the softball game. Pitch outside to Bovenet. Count at 1 ball, 2 strikes to today's Collinsville pitcher, number 24, Devin Bovenet. Albrecht looks in, has his sign, brings it home. It's a little bit low, 2-2. I did not wear my coat, but I did bring it. And this wind makes it a little chilly. I might have to go get that thing a little bit later. 1 out, 2 on. For the Kahawks, Bovenet at the plate with a 2-2 pitch that goes outside, and it gets away from the catcher, Quentin Albrecht, but although it goes almost back to the screen, it didn't have a lot of zip on it, so therefore Braden Limp stays at third base. TJ Williams is the courtesy runner at second. Collinsville has runners on second and third, 1 out. Devin Bovenet can help himself here, and he does so with a fly ball out to the outfield, and back goes Baker. He makes the catch, but Braden Limp is going to tag, and he will come home easily, and Collinsville leads 1-0. So Bovenet gets an RBI sacrifice fly. Out number 2. That brings up Noah Scrum, the Kahawk shortstop. Scrum right behind Bovenet in the batting department, so the second best hitter on the team right now, batting .439, 12 runs batted in. He has 6 doubles on the year. Still looking for his first home run or his first triple. Pitch to Scrum, high fly ball. This one is out to right field. Kreinberg is on the way, and he calls for it and has it for the out. But in the inning, 1 run scores on 1 base hit. 1 runner left. We head to the home half of the first inning. Waterloo Bulldogs come to the plate, trailing 1-0. Let's thank Mike and Nancy Cluck. They are proud graduates of Collinsville High School, and now they are proud owners of their very own All-State agency. It's in Glen Carbon. It's on 159 right across the street from the IHOP there as you enter Glen Carbon. If you would like some information on insurance for your home, your boat, car, life, all that stuff. Stop in for a free quote, or you can give them a call at 205-6060. You can also check out their Allstate Agency website or their Facebook page to connect with them today. Danny Tharp will lead things off here for Waterloo. He plays center field, followed by Graham Baker, in left field. Quentin Albrecht is the catcher. He'll bat third. Lucas Goodsell will play third base, and he'll bat cleanup. First pitch from Bovenet to Tharp. It's in there for a strike. After the cleanup spot, Ty Kepper will bat fifth and play first base. Nolan Smith is the DH. He will bat for the pitcher, Nathan Albrecht, as Bovenet is ready with the next to Tharp. This one is inside. That'll even the count at 1-1. Batting in the seventh spot, Sam Kreinberg, who caught the last out there in the top half of the first, playing right field. Tyson Rodell playing second base, as Tharp flies one out to center. On the run is both Lemp and Morski out there, but it falls in right in front of Morski. And on at first base is Danny Tharp, and Waterloo starts off their inning with a base hit. After Tyson Rodell at second base, it is Josh Wittenauer at shortstop. That rounds out the 9 folks in the batting order. Graham Baker steps up to the plate. Baker batting .250 on the year, looking for his first RBI as the righty Bovenet throws, and it's like a little bit of a bunt attempt there by Baker, and it tipped right off the end of the bat. Collinsville's defense, Counting in left, Lemp in center, Morski in right. Richardson playing third base today because Bovenet is on the hill. Next pitch is a called strike into Baker. Noah Scrum at shortstop. Jake Holton at second, Camden Reeves at first, Devin Bovenet on the hill, and he is throwing to Hunter Shiragi. Graham Baker looks at one low and inside. Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to the Waterloo left fielder, Graham Baker. Wears number 11 on his back in the old-looking Astros uniforms from the 70s. That's what they remind me of. Next pitch, swinging a high fly ball. Morski is on the run. That one is going to get windblown into foul territory. That one started off heading right for the scoreboard, and the wind got a hold of it and pushed it across the first baseline out there. Foul ball. Long strike. So it just remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bovenet, we'll give you some numbers on him in just a moment as he readies for the next to Graham. Here's the 1-2. Another high fly ball. This one is going to be in foul territory as well. Reeves gives it chase, and he cannot get to it in time. For Devin Bovenet, this is his second game started. He is 2-0. He has pitched a little over 7 innings, and he has a 0.95 earned run average. He's only given up 5 hits and 1 earned run in his almost 8 innings of work. He has struck out 10 and walked 2. Right around the eyes of Baker. Ball 2, 2-2. Collinsville scored a run in the top of the first. They lead 1-0. Here we are in the bottom of the first. Nobody out. Danny Tharp on first base after reaching with a base hit. Bovenet now with a 2-2 pitch to Baker. A little bit low. Full count. Kahawks looking for their 11th win in a row. Bovenet, the big righty, working from the stretch. Checks on the runner Tharp. Brings it home. Swing and a chance for a double play. Right to Scrum. Scrum tosses over to Holton. Holton's throw back to first base. Kind of slipped out of his hands, and it hit the dirt about halfway between first and second, and then rolled the rest of the way to Reeves. So Baker is on at first base on the fielder's choice. Tharp is out 6-4 for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Quentin Albrecht. Quentin Albrecht, a left-handed batter, batting .432 on the year with 11 runs batted in, a couple of home runs. He has a runner on at first. That's Graham Baker. Bovenet from the stretch. Checks on Baker. Brings it home to Albrecht. Swinging a fly ball back here. Somewhere back here. As long as it doesn't hit me, I'm good. Or my equipment. Even better. It can hit me, just not the equipment. 1 out. 0-1 the count to Albrecht. Albrecht wears number 4. Above the net, checks, runner goes, and the ball is in the dirt. Shiragi couldn't find it, so Graham Baker trots down to second base without a throw and has a stolen base. So a runner in scoring position now for Quentin Albrecht as Shiragi and Bovenet want to talk things over. We're just underway, bottom of the first. Collinsville plated a run in their half of the first. Waterloo trying to bring theirs around to see if they can tie this game up early. Conversation between Bovenet and Shiragi over. Runner at second now, one out. Here's the pitch and a foul ball down the first base side from Quentin Albrecht. Collinsville and Edwardsville battled it out last night. Collinsville came out on top 5-4, scoring most of their runs in the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings. Bovenet off speed, goes right back to where it came from, into center field. They're going to wave the runner around. Here is Limp's throw, and he is going to be safe as the ball pops out of Shiragi's glove, and we are tied at 1. Limp came up firing. Ball was there in time, but the slide knocked it right out of Shiragi's glove. And making it all the way to second on the throw is Quentin Albrecht. That will bring up Lucas Goodsell, the third baseman. Goodsell batting .233 on the year with 4 runs batted in. 1-1 game now. Still just one out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch into Goodsell is a little bit low. Ball 1. Ty Kepper, the first baseman, waits on deck. Bovenet. Ready to go to Goodsell. Here's the pitch, swinging a fly ball. Back is Hunter Counton in right field. He makes the catch. And there are 2 away. Staying put at second base was Quentin Albrecht. That'll bring up Ty Kepper. Kepper batting .355 on the year. 6 runs batted in. He wears number 32. Bovenet from the stretch hits the outside corner. Called strike 1. Bovenet ready with the 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Swinging a foul ball. Makes its way to the Waterloo dugout down the third base side. Collinsville's dugout on the first base side. We're ready to go with the 0-2. 2 outs in the inning, so 1 strike away from getting out of it with just the 1 run scored. Here's a chance for Holton at shortstop. He ranges over to his right, or left, excuse me, scoops it up and throws him out. 4-3 on the last out. And we had 1 run score on 2 base hits. No errors committed. 1 runner left on base. We head to the top of the second. We're all tied at 1. Let's thank Marshall's Transmission in Collinsville. At Marshall's Transmission, they know how much of a hassle it is dealing with a broken transmission. That's why the friendly and trustworthy staff at Marshall's can help with all of your transmission troubles. Marshall's Transmission handles all types of vehicles. Just bring it into Marshall's. They will thoroughly inspect the problem, and they will give you an honest quote. Marshall's Transmission, 263 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or you can call 345 1930. Top of the second, here is Carson Richardson coming up to the plate for the first time. Let's set the defense for Waterloo. Didn't have a chance to do that. Baker is in left, Tharp in center, Kreinberg is in right field. Goodsell is at third, Wittenauer at shortstop, Rodell is at second base, Kepper is at first, and of course the brother tandem of Nathan Albrecht pitching to brother Quentin Albrecht. Carson Richardson, first batter here in the second inning, skies one out of play. Richardson batting .333 on the year, 8 runs batted in. Has a triple, handful of doubles, looking for his first home run. Next pitch, swinging a bouncer, fouled down the third base side. Collinsville center field at Fletcher Field is 385 feet away, so 25 less feet away is the center field fence here in Waterloo at 360. Next pitch from Albrecht, swinging a high fly ball out to left field. Baker is underneath it. He has it for out number 1. That brings up Camden Reeves, the first baseman. Camden batting .250 on the year. 11 runs batted in. 1 home run. He stands in from the left side. First pitch he sees, he swings right through it for strike 1. The righty Albrecht ready with the next. Right down the middle, strike 2. Albrecht looks into his older brother, and that one's in the dirt. And every time we get movement at the home plate area and it kicks up some dirt, it blows right back here. Albrecht ready with the next. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Camden Reeves. First strikeout for Albrecht. And quickly there are 2 away. That brings up Jake Holton, the second baseman, if he can get on base. The number 9 man in the order, Garrett Morski, will have a chance to bat. Holton from the right side. The first pitch he sees, he smacks it, and it is right past the diving glove of Rodell at second base. And sure enough, Jake Holton does make his way on base and adds to his .273 average that he came in with. And for Collinsville, they pick up their second hit. So each team has a run on 2 hits. Here's Garrett Morski. Morski batting .500 on the year. 16 at bats compared to over 40 for a lot of the other players, so that's why I do not include him as the number 1 hitter. He rolls a slow one to second base, and Rodell is up with it, and he throws over to Kepper in time. So another runner left on for Collinsville. We head to the home half of the second. We're still tied at 1. Let's thank Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville. Rich has everything from hi-fi to hi-fi. You got vinyl. If not, Rich's Record Emporium does. That's a great place to start a record collection. Did you know that tomorrow is Record Store Day across America? Check them out. Everything from new and used albums to remastered originals, classic rock, country, jazz, and more. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main in Collinsville. Online, richesrecordemporium.com or call 200-9287. First batter here in the bottom of the second is Nolan Smith, the designated hitter, who is hitting for the pitcher Albrecht. And he steps in from the left side, takes a strike. Next one coming from Bovenet. That one's also in there for a strike. Smith on the year, batting .333 with 3 runs batted in. Next one from Bovenet on the way. Smith grounds it down the third baseline. Nice stab over there by Richardson, who is playing at third because Bovenet is pitching, and he looked like Bovenet over there. Josh Hartle's with us now. How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you. I promised everybody a scoreboard today, but since you're late, I'm guessing that's not going to happen.
I can get up there.
Well, we'll see. I tried messing with it again, but it's really hard to see because the way that I got my laptop set up, the sun's right behind me, and it's really...
Yeah, this is not ideal.
No, it's not. You know what would be ideal? Press boxes at all baseball fields.
I agree.
That would be ideal. But I'm asking too much.
Maybe
I know
a
that.
table.
Table would be good, too. But with the sun right behind us, it'd still be hard to see. And I'm not complaining at all because I'm loving sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
After 6 months of non-sunshine. Next batter up is Sam Kreinberg, the right fielder. He looks at one outside, and it is 2-1 to Kreinberg, batting .276 on the year. A couple of runs batted in. Kreinberg has had 29 plate appearances and fouls one back to the screen. I have my camera leaning close to the backstop, but not all the way up against, so I don't have a busted camera by the end of the day. 2-2 the count, 1-1 the score. We're in the bottom of the second. 2-2 pitches outside and low, ball 3. Bovenet has only given up 2 walks on the year. He can wait for number 3. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes is Kreinberg. So Albrecht got his first strikeout in the second inning, and Bovenet does the same thing here in the bottom half of the second. That brings up Tyson Rodel, second baseman. Rodel batting .158. And they appeal down to the first base umpire. Umpire says no, he did not swing, so 1-0 the count. Bovenet works quickly. Next pitch is in the dirt, 2-0. You were at the Edwardsville game yesterday?
Absolutely. Wouldn't
Man.
have missed it.
Yeah. I heard it was an ugly win, but like I said earlier, we'll take an ugly win over a good-looking loss any day. Ooh, that one hits Rodel right in the helmet.
A W is a W.
Especially when you're talking about against Edwardsville.
Yep.
I was looking up all the stats. We have not beaten Edwardsville since 2012. And from my records that I can go back to all the way to the year 2000, we hadn't won at Edwardsville.
No.
So it's been over 18 years since we've won at Edwardsville.
Yeah.
I don't know when the last time was, but it's been over 18 years.
You know, it's amazing that a team like that can go on a run like they have basically the last 20, 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
They've been a solid baseball team, and it's nice to see.
Ooh, that was close.
Nice to see Collinsville go in. They played it was a dirty game.
Yeah.
You know, it was not a clean game, but it was nice to see them go in there and get a W.
Bovenet working from the stretch, checks on his runner,
Got
throws
him.
over there again, and
my goodness.
said he was safe. 2 close throws over to first base.
We had him leaning too.
Yeah, Tyson Rodel almost tagged out the second time. Josh Wittenauer is the batter right now. He's up there with an 0-1 count. Bovenet checks on the runner, and the ball gets away from Shiragi, and down to second base is Rodel on a passed ball.
Just a lack of concentration right there on Shiragi's part.
Wittenauer is batting .417 on the year. How do you bat .417 and only have 1 run batted in? He's had 24 plate appearances, too.
Top of the order guy.
Uh-huh.
Not a lot of guys on in front of him.
No, he's number 9 hitter.
Oh, he's in the 9 hitter.
Yeah. That was a little off-speed pitch by Bovenet, and it stays just a little bit too high. 2-1 the count. Bottom of the second, 1-1 game. 2 outs in the inning. Runner on at second base for the Bulldogs. Bovenet checks on Rodel, brings it home. Little outside, 3-1.
9-hitter here. You got to go right after him.
I like the old looking, Astros looking uniforms.
It's a nice look.
Yeah. Retro. There's a strike. Needed that one.
Also called the dreamsicle look.
Yes.
Yeah. Collinsville had a throwback like that, a senior jersey a couple years ago.
Yeah, I
with the
remember that.
purple.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the colors are kind of reminiscent of the old Tampa Bay Buccaneers, aren't they?
Yeah.
3-2 the count. Big payoff pitch here for Bovenet to Wittenauer. Here it is, swinging a little blooping fly ball.
That's
and
gonna be 2.
Noah Scrum is caught it, and that is
Yep.
going to end the inning. Didn't need to.
Yeah.
Just needed the one.
Obviously.
So, yeah.
I'm late to the show
You're
here.
late to the show, buddy. All right, we head to the top of the third, and we are still tied 1-1. And we're back in Waterloo once again, top of the third inning. We are tied at 1. Todd Duke and Josh Hartle along with you. Nathan Albrecht back to the top of the hill, and Hunter Counton, who grounded out to the shortstop Wittenauer his first time up, steps back in. His second at bat here in this game. First one's a strike, second one's too low. 1-1. It'll be the top of the order, and Counton, Limp, and Shiragi, if anyone can get on. Devin Bovenet will have a chance to bat. Albrecht brings it to Counton. A little bit low. Ball 2, 2-1. Each team scored a run in the first. Neither team could do so in the second, so we are tied at 1 after 2. Top of the third, there's a chance for the third baseman. Goodsell is up with it, and he throws it over in time for out number 1. So Counton has grounded out now to the shortstop and the third baseman. That'll bring up Braden Limp. Limp walked his first time up, came around to score the only run of the game on an RBI sacrifice fly by Devin Bovenet. Limp stands in from the right side. Albrecht winds up, brings it. Bunt down the third base line. Nice job by Limp. Albrecht off the mound, throws over though in time and catches the speedy Braden Limp. Play goes 1-3 for put out number 2, and that'll bring up Hunter Shiragi with 2 outs in the inning. Did you get it to work?
Nope.
Nope.
Have to switch it to a baseball scoreboard. That's not a baseball scoreboard.
Well, I purchased the multi-sport scoreboard.
Oh, okay. We'll have to take a look at it some other time.
All right then.
We'll do it at the end.
Okay. That works, and it'll probably be dark enough where we can actually see the screen. There's a swing and a foul ball down the third base side by Hunter Shiragi. Shiragi doubled his first time up. He was standing on second base when Bovenet flew out to Tharp in center field, and that allowed Braden Limp to come home. There's another foul ball down the third base line.
It's hard to imagine Shruggy doing anything else but hitting a double, right?
Yeah, I know, huh? Lately, it's all he's going to hit.
It's all right with me.
Kahok's trying to win their 11th in a row. That's another stat that I can't find. As far as I can go back, of course, is 18 years. Swinging a high fly ball. Shallow right field. Left field.
Double.
And, yeah, you
There
had
you go.
3 players converging on it, but it was Baker who finally comes down with it in a 1-2-3 inning for Nathan Albrecht and the Waterloo Bulldogs as they come to bat in the bottom of the third of a 1-1 game. Let's thank the City of Collinsville. You can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page for information on upcoming events. They already have their Movies on Main schedule made out, and their first movie kicks off on June the 9th, Despicable Me 3. June 23rd, they have the Lego Ninja movie, and the list goes on through the months of July and August. If you would like to see the whole entire list, you can do so by checking out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page. And, of course, the City of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. Speaking of the school district, let's thank the Collinsville Education Association as well. The CEA, they are your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page. Well, back to the top of the order in the bottom half, or excuse me, bottom half of the second for Collinsville. And back to the top of the order in the top of the third for Waterloo. That means Danny Tharp will bat. The center fielder singled his first time up with him, was he erased on a double play on a grounder to Noah Scrum at second, who flipped over to Holton. Holton's return throw to first kind of fell in between first and second into the dirt and kind of rolled the rest of the way to Camden Reeves. So Tharp 1 for 1. Graham Baker waits on deck. After that, Quentin Albrecht. If anyone can get on, Lucas Goodsell. 2-0 pitch from Devin Bovenet. It's high and outside, 3-0.
Yeah, he's going to have to figure something out here. You have to make some sort of adjustment.
Here comes the 3-0. Taking all the way was Tharp, and he took it in for a strike.
That's an adjustment.
That's an adjustment. So 3-1 the count. Let's see if he can come all the way back and get Tharp out here. Here's the 3-1. Swinging a bouncing ball to Richardson. He stays with it. Takes care of the hop. Throws over to first base. Reeves has to reach up and grab that one. Kept his foot on the bag when he did so. So 1 out.
Good job for Bovenet there.
Yeah.
Battling back in the count there. He hasn't thrown a lot of innings yet this year. I'm sure he's on some sort of pitch count. So we'll see how long he can go. Getting behind hitters is not going to help his cause, though.
No. Graham Baker looks at an off-speed pitch a little bit high. 1-0. Baker reached on a fielder's choice on that ground ball by Tharp. Or ground ball, excuse me, by Albrecht. No, it was Tharp. Whatever I'm trying to say. Baker then stole second and came around to score on the RBI base hit by Quentin Albrecht, who waits in the on-deck circle. And quickly, Bovenet falls behind Baker 3-0, just as he did Tharp. Next one from Bovenet. 4 straight out of the strike zone. Second walk issued, or excuse me, the first walk issued by Bovenet. He has hit a batter. And Quentin Albrecht will step in. Just mentioned he had an RBI single in that 1-run first inning. So a runner on first, 1 out. Baker has his lead. Bovenet has to work from the stretch. Peers over his left shoulder. Checks his runner, pitches, high fly ball. This one's going to get pushed out of play.
It's exactly what you want to see from Bovenet there. Walk a guy, come back, first pitch, throw a strike, trying to make the guy put it in play.
It's a little windy out here. We're not as windy as it was the other day over at Fletcher Field, but we did have a fly ball that was heading right for the scoreboard, and the wind pushed it out into foul territory. So the breeze is playing with the baseball just a little bit. Next pitch to Albrecht, up high, and must have hit him.
from this angle, I have no idea how that would have hit him.
I don't either, but the umpire says it did. So runners on first and second, and the second hit batter of the game by Bovenet. And now Collinsville on a little bit of a jam here as Brad Hausman comes in to courtesy run for the Waterloo catcher, Quentin Albrecht. Runners on first and second, one out. Lucas Goodsell comes up. Goodsell flew out to Hunter County his first time up. Bovenet ready to deal. Here's the pitch. Strike call, that's what you need to do. And throw some strikes, and 9 times out of 10, a teenager will come up to bat with 2 runners on just wanting to swing the bat.
Yeah, we definitely need a ball in play here. Ground ball definitely get 2.
Double play gets you out of it. Bovenet brings it home. Outside and low, ball 1, 1-1.
Take a low pitch here, though. Anything up in his eyes is dangerous territory.
Doesn't matter where we play, Braden Limp plays shallow. Does he play that shallow at Busch Stadium too?
Yeah, he was playing shallow.
I'm sure he was. Bovenet, the big righty, ready. 1-1 pitch, and instead he twirls and bluffs the throw to second.
Believe it or not, he made an over-the-shoulder Jimmy Edmonds style.
Did he really?
Pitch, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there last year. That was a long day. Of course, the Cardinals and the Cubs played earlier that day, so that's why. This one's high and inside. This time they played without the Cardinals being there. They were out of town, so I'm sure it's a little bit of a shorter day for the boys.
Absolutely. No early check-in. You don't have to go downstairs, do all the security stuff. It's a much easier day for the boys.
I'll have to keep an eye on that next schedule. Maybe I'll just go when there's no game.
It's a lot easier.
And last year was on Mother's Day. My wife wasn't very happy that I was gone all day.
Tell you what, every one of these moms over in the baseball stand, that's where they wanted to be.
Oh yeah.
It's for a baseball mom, being at the baseball diamond on Mother's Day it's second nature.
Lucas Goodsell skies one out of play, so the count now 2-2. 1 out in the inning, 2 runners on in a 1-1 game, but the Bulldogs are threatening here in the top of the third, or excuse me, the bottom of the third. Next pitch, outside,
pitch.
strike 3. Caught looking, Lucas Goodsell, and that is the second strikeout for Bovenet to go along with his 1 walk and his 2 hit batters.
Relieves a little bit of pressure.
Oh yeah, 2 outs in the inning, a lot better. Ty Kepper comes up. He grounded out to Holton his first time up. The lefty stands in. Bovenet 1 out away from getting out of this jam. Checks on his runners, brings it. It's a little bit low, ball 1.
Kind of indicative of the whole season here. We've been working out of jams all year.
Yeah. They have been gutsy performances from the pitching mound, that's for sure. The last 3 games, all complete games pitched by Countin, Limp, and Scrum, but they've been tough. Foul ball back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Yeah, especially Limp's win the other day against Granite City. Boy, he was working in and out of jams in that game the whole entire time. He only had 1, 2, 3 inning. Bovenet ready. Kepper ready. Swinging a foul ball out of play.
Bovenet's really going to work now. Seems like he's pounding the zone a little bit more the last 2 hitters.
Yeah, he's found the zone a little bit here after a rough start to this inning. One ball, 2 strikes to count. 1 more strike and we can get out of this inning. Bovenet checks his runners and throws one in the dirt that Shiragi initially blocked, but it bounced off of his body and then bounced off to the right side, and the runners advance.
That one crossed him up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think he was waiting for that ball to be up a little bit, and it got a little bit of the dirt. Now we got to tighten up behind the dish here.
2-2 the count. Runners move up. Second and third they are now. Here's the pitch. Off speed. Stays high. Ball 3. I wouldn't be too entirely set if he walked him. Not with the base open. Here is the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball out of play. Right behind us. Into the road. And it bounces up the road. Bulldog Drive is the name of the road behind us. I think they have a Bulldog Drive in Highland, too, right in front of the school. Another 3-2 pitch from Bovenet to Kepper. Right down the middle, called strike 3. He strikes out the final 2, and the inning comes to a close as the Bulldogs strand 2 more runners. They've left 4 on. We head now to the top half of the 4th inning, still knotted at 1. Time to thank All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, your business, your sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through the whole process step by step. All Pro Tees right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online, allprotees.com, or call 344-2200. Nathan Albrecht back out on the top of the hill as we begin the 4th inning of play. And it is Devin Bovenet, the first batter up, who hit a sacrifice fly to score Braden Limp from third base for Collinsville's first one. Each team has scored a run in the 1st inning. 0 is on the board in the 2nd and the 3rd. Here we are in the top of the 4th. 2-0 the count to Bovenet. Swinging a little foul tip.
Trying to get all that one.
Albrecht missed with the first 2 pitches of this inning, too, so he needed to settle down and throw a strike, which he just did. So 2-1 the count to Bovenet. Next pitch from Albrecht. Swing and a miss, took something off, and Bovenet swung right through it. Bovenet, Scrum, and Richardson in this inning. If anyone can get on, Reeves. 2-2 the count to Bovenet. Outside, ball 3. All this dust blowing around, man, makes you really thirsty. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. He walked him.
Good at bat by Bovenet there. Took his time. He did get fooled on that off-speed pitch, but had plenty of time to recover, relax.
That is the 2nd walk issued by Albrecht. And that brings up Noah Scrum, who flew out to the right fielder Kreinberg his first time up.
Dumpsdorf out to run for Bovenet.
Albrecht from the stretch. Strike right down the middle to Noah Scrum. Got a complete game from Scrum the other day, and from Limp, and from Countin, so that kind of saves some arms.
Absolutely. Team that's heavy on top with some good pitching. There goes.
Runner goes, pitches inside, throw is high, pops out of the glove of the second baseman Rodel and chased into the outfield. Wittenauer gets it before it rolls any farther, and on at second base is Dumpsdorf with a stolen base.
Top 5 or so guys are really good for Collinsville. After that, we've got guys that go 1, 2, 3 innings.
Yeah.
You know,
1-1 the count to Scrum. Go ahead run down at second base. Nobody down. Albrecht looks into older brother Quentin Albrecht and brings it home. That's a pitch that was up in the eyes of Noah Scrum, and he swings at it and fouls it off out of play.
Yeah, that's not a pitch he usually takes a hack at, but with a guy in scoring position, he's really expanded his zone here to try and drive home Bobbinet.
Scrum. Oh, waits the 1-2 from Albrecht. Here it is, outside. Ball 2, 2-2.
Been very consistent on that outside corner. It is not a strike today.
As long as they're consistent, that's all you really care about, right?
Absolutely. Can't complain if they're consistent.
Doing the same things to both teams, calling the same pitch to both teams. Here's the next pitch. This one's inside, so it's a full count now to Noah Scrum with Carson Richardson waiting on deck for the Kahawks.
Noah Scrum with a full count is a dangerous thing. He's got to throw a strike here.
Here comes the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball. That's going to go right through third and short. On his way to third is Dumsdorf. He'll be there standing up, and on with a single is Noah Scrum. That is the third hit on the afternoon for Collinsville, and the Kahawks have runners on now at first and third, and here comes Carson Richardson, a flyout victim, his first time up to the left fielder Baker. I only have 3 games scheduled next week. Whew.
Yeah, it's a light schedule next week.
Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I have girls track on Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I have the Edwardsville game Tuesday from Fletcher Field.
Going to be another good matchup.
Should be, hopefully so.
Both teams are going to be hungry. Collinsville to get another win against them, and Edwardsville to try and redeem themselves from that loss.
Runners on the corners, and Richardson swings at one that's high and inside, kind of almost jammed him a little bit, and he throws it down the third baseline.
That is one of his favorite pitches. He will swing at that high and inside pitch quite a bit.
0-1 the count. I have softball at Belleville East on Thursday. So baseball, softball, and track and field next week. 1-1 the count now to Richardson. Dumsdorf is on at third base. Noah Scrum is on at first base. Nobody out. 1-1 game. Next pitch to Richardson. He swings right through it. 1-2.
His ball seems to rise a little bit coming out of the hand. Looks like it's coming right down the middle. It stays up. It's a little deceiving for the hitters here.
Richardson wears number 34 on his back. Collinsville is in their road gray and purple today. Swinging another chance right through the diving shortstop, and Collinsville retakes the lead. Ball gets away from Baker for a moment, and on over at third base is going to be Noah Scrum on an RBI single by Carson Richardson.
Seeing eye single right there. That ball had eyes.
Yes, it did. Went right through the same area that Noah Scrums did. Only a little bit closer for Wittenauer. He took that dive to his right and just couldn't quite catch up to it.
That ball probably does not get through if Noah tries to steal second there and you've got second and third. Your shortstop's going to be in a little bit different position here.
Yeah.
Holding Noah at first as it opened up that side a little bit for Carson.
Camden Reeves steps up to the plate. The only strikeout thrown so far in the game by Nathan Albrecht was to Reeves back in the second. Reeves would like to atone for that here. He has runners on the corners and nobody out. Collinsville has retaken the lead at 2-1. First pitch hits the inside corner, called strike one. He'll call the inside corner, this umpire, to the lefties and the righties. Albrecht ready with the next. It's outside. 1-1.
If you're Camden Reeves here, you're just trying to get something up the middle or to the left side to push Noah home here.
There is the next pitch, swinging a bouncing ball down the third baseline, but it's going to stay foul. And the count will go to 1-2. This is my second trip here in 2 weeks. I was here 2 weeks ago tomorrow for softball, and it was brutally cold then. And just as windy, by the way. Next pitch, Camden Reeves skies it out of play. Albrecht has a new baseball. Reeves digs back in from the left side. Runners on the corners and nobody down. 2-1 Collinsville, looking for more, the Kahawks are. Here's the next pitch, swinging an off-speed delivery that goes down the first baseline, and the first baseman bobbles it, gets back to the bag in time to get Reeves, but Scrum scores from third base, and Collinsville now leads 3-1.
It's a productive out. I'll take those all day.
Richardson down to second on the play. Oh, yeah, anytime. So the play goes 3 unassisted. Luckily for Kepper, he found the handle after losing the handle twice. Picked it back up and just beat Reeves to the bag, and Reeves is not a speedy guy by any means.
He hustles, though. He gets on the line.
Here's Jake Holton. Holton singled his first time up. He was left at first base. He looks at one on the outside corner. Called strike one. 0-1. Only one out in the inning and a runner still at second base, though Collinsville could still play another run here with a base hit. It'll be up to Holton and Morski to get that job done. And that one started off looking like it was going to come right and hit Jake Holton, and then at the last second it broke right over the plate, called strike 2. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, he didn't bail, though. He tracked that ball all the way. That's a good sign, though.
That means he's seeing the ball.
Absolutely.
Next pitch. Swinging a bouncer to the second baseman. Rodel, actually the first baseman, cut him off and then tosses to Albrecht covering for the out. Down to third is Richardson. And Holton is out 3-1 on the play.
Big 2-out spot here. Got a guy in scoring position. Got to push this run home here. Got to figure out a way.
Garrett Morski grounded out to the second baseman. Rodel his first time up. He stands in from the left side with another run 90 feet away, and he looks at one right down the middle for called strike 1. What happened to the scoreboard? Wow, there it goes. It's back on again. I looked up there, and it just disappeared. Well, not the scoreboard itself, the letters and the numbers. Swing and a miss on the next one from Morski, and he looks a little out of sorts up there right now.
It did not like that pitch.
0-2.
Got another shot at it.
Albrecht ready. Checks on his runner at third and brings it home. Morski steps back, takes ball 1.
Little up.
Waterloo fans thought it was a strike.
Gave up on that pitch a little bit, too. I think he thought that ball was going to be outside, and it broke right back across the middle, but it was up.
Albrecht moving the ball around, kind of giving Morski some fits here. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a little foul tap. Rolls back.
Kahok batters are not giving up bad at bats here. They're seeing multiple pitches and going deep into counts. That's what you want to see.
1-2 the count to Morski. 2 outs in the inning. Collinsville has plated 2 here and would like to do another one. And there's a slow rolling ball
trouble.
down third. Morski's got some speed. Up with it is Goodsell, and he just holds on to it. There was no way he was going to get the speedy Morski on that little slow roller.
I tell you what, that's the way baseball goes. He hit one yesterday. It was a line drive. Center fielder never had to move. He hit it so hard, and there's a little dribbler down the third baseline.
Yeah.
Plates a run, and it's a hit.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Absolutely.
Back to the top of the order, and Hunter Counton. Counton has grounded out twice. Once to third, once to short. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Albrecht has allowed 3 runs here in the 4th inning. It's 4-1 in favor of Collinsville. First 3 men to reach base have all come around to score. Next one, Counton grounds it to the shortstop.
Gonna be trouble.
And Wittenhauer gets him. And the inning comes to a close, but Collinsville gets 3 base hits, 3 base hits, scoring 3 runs. They left 1 runner on. We head now to the home half of the 4th. Kahawks lead 4-1. Let's thank my friend Peyton Blaylock with RE/MAX Alliance. Peyton wants you to know that it's okay to buy and sell real estate. Mortgage rates are still at all-time lows. No one knows this better than Peyton Blaylock with RE/MAX Alliance. You can call Peyton today, 780-4622, or online, Peyton Blaylock at remax.net. Bovenet back out for inning number 4 of work. First man he faces is Nolan Smith, the designated hitter. Smith grounded out to Richardson at third base his first time up. Collinsville leads 4-1. We are in the bottom of the 4th, and Bovenet misses with the first 2. And quickly it's 2-0 to Smith. It'll be Smith, Kreinberg, and Rodel here in the inning. If anyone can get on, the number 9 hour. The number 9 batter, Wittenauer. See, I'm like mashing words together again. We'll have a chance to bat. Right now it's 3-0, though, to Nolan Smith. And 4 straight out of the strike zone, and you hate to see that when you score 3 runs in the last half inning.
Yeah. Devin's going to have to, again, make another adjustment, figure it out. For a guy who hasn't been on the mound much this year, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see him have to figure it out, make adjustments.
Sam Kreinberg steps up. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Here's the pitch, and this one's a strike, so nice to see Bovenet throwing one in the zone after 4 straight out. Kreinberg. Throw over to first, and Smith is back in. I think after this next half inning, I'm going to have to go get my jacket, and you can do some play-by-play for a little bit. Bovenet ready. Throw over to first instead. Back in is Nolan Smith. Second walk issued by Bovenet to go along with 2 hit batters and 2 strikeouts. And a bunt that's popped up. Bovenet is not going to have a chance to throw anyone out. And Waterloo now starting to cause a little trouble here for Collinsville.
Not with grass like that. You're not going to get anybody out. Saw that with Morski. He hit a little squibber over there at third. It just died. On dirt or shorter grass makes it a little more difficult.
I'm guessing maybe the Waterloo Bulldogs excuse me, took note of that Morski grounder to the third and said, hey, that ball rolled slow. Let's try that. Here's Tyson Rodel. Rodel was hit by a pitch and was stranded at second base after getting there due to a passed ball. So nobody out, runners on first and second. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Collinsville leads right now 4-1. That lead is in jeopardy with Smith on at second, Kreinberg on at first, and Rodel up at the plate. Wittenauer awaits on deck. Bovenet working from the stretch once again. Checks on Smith at second, brings it home. That's a nice pitch. Somebody echoed those same sentiments over there in the Kahok cheering section.
Yeah, found a good handle on the breaking ball there.
0-2 the count. Strikeout would be big here. And you can get a double play to get out of the inning. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a foul out of play, or down the third base sign foul, but he definitely swung at a ball there. That was almost in the dirt.
Yeah, down and in. Went down to go get it.
The Willie McGee special. So 0-2 remains the count to the Waterloo second baseman, Tyson Rodel. Next pitch,
Good
swing and a miss. He took a little bit off, did Bovenet, and Rodel swung right through it. Third strikeout in the afternoon for Bovenet, and that sets up a double play opportunity. Josh Williams popped up to the shortstop scrum his first time up.
See the outfielders playing in just a little bit here, trying to prevent that runner from scoring from second.
Wittenauer as Bovenet spins, but neither Scrum nor Holton ran to the bag for a possible pickoff play, so luckily for us, Bovenet didn't throw it. Bovenet ready to go now. Here's the pitch. Scoring around to bunt is Wittenauer, trying to move the runners up. And he bunts it back to the screen, 0-1.
Showed it awful late there. I'm guessing that was not from the coach. That was from him. Trying to bump for a hit here.
Maybe he took note of how slow the ball moved in the grass.
I think so. See Camden Reeves make an adjustment here. Now he's holding in front of the runner here.
Even with the bag at third is Richardson. Here's the pitch. This one gets away. That's a wild pitch. No way Shiragi could have stopped that one, and the runners move up, so that takes the double play out of the equation.
Shiragi goes out to talk to Bovinette here. I'm sure he's just trying to let him know that he's in this, and all he needs to do is just come back and throw 2 strikes, and he'll be in business again.
So 2 passed balls in this game and a wild pitch. A couple of walks, couple of hit batters. Runners all over the place today. But right now it's 4-1. Collinsville leads, bottom of the 4th. Collinsville plated 3 in the top half of the 4th. Waterloo threatening here with 1 out and runners on 2nd and 3rd. There's a strike. 1-2.
Found the outside corner.
Standing all the way back on the road says, come on, Blue, that was over the plate. People crack me up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Bovinette ready with the next to Wittenauer. And Wittenauer just slaps his bat out there, and to Reeves it goes. Reeves will let the run score as he trots over to first base for the unassisted putout. But Wittenauer gets an RBI as Smith comes in to score from third. And down to third from second base is Kreinberg. So with 2 outs, it's up to Danny Tharp to keep the inning alive here for Waterloo. Bulldogs plate 1, 4-2. Collinsville with the 2-run lead. Bovinette ready to deliver as we go back to the top of the order, and Tharp takes one on the outside corner, called strike 1. Tharp singled in his first at bat to start off the home half of the first inning, then grounded out to Richardson in his second at bat. There's a strike 2.
Spun another curveball in there. That one is a little up. He doesn't want to throw that one there again. That one's going to get hit a long way if he leaves it there again.
So once again, Bovinette 1 strike away from getting out of an inning with just 1 run scored. There's a line drive right over the glove of the leaping Richardson. And Kreinberg scores from third. And it's a 1-run game once again.
Those first 2 batters he walked really hurt him right there.
That they did. They both came around to score. Well, the walk and then the base
Walk
hit.
and a hit, yep.
That slow roller in that thick grass. Up steps Baker. Baker reached on a fielder's choice. Stole second base back in the first inning and then was brought home on a Quentin Albrecht RBI single. Albrecht waits on deck. Right now Baker up there. He looks at the first one for a strike. 0-1. And the next one, a chance for Noah Scrum. And Scrum just underhands to Holton at second base. And the inning comes to a close. In the inning, 2-run score on 2 base hits and a runner left on base. We head now to the top of the 5th inning. Collinsville leads 4-3.
Welcome back here to Waterloo. Kahok's leading off here in the top of the 5th inning. Braden Limp steps up to the plate. Oh for 1 Limp today. Reached in the 1st inning on a walk. Takes the first pitch on the inside for strike 1. Hunter Schrage waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike 2. Limp falls behind here 0-2. And here's the payoff pitch. Up and away a little bit. Limp settles in here. Here's the pitch. Low. Ball 2. Evens it up at 2-2. Good pitch here for Limp. Good count for him to drive a ball here. There it is, strike 3. In steps Hunter Schrage. Schrage 1 for 2 today with a double in the 1st inning. Last inning flew out to center field. Takes a ball outside. Schrage steps in. Here's the pitch. Fly ball right to right center, right to him, coming on, and he makes the catch. 2 away for the Bulldogs. Steps in Bavinet. Bavinet is 0 for 1 today. He had a walk back in the 4th inning, came around to score in that 3-run 4th inning. First pitch is driven down the 3rd baseline. Third baseman makes a play, and he's able to pick it and throw him out at first base.
Let's thank some more of our sponsors. How about Cafe Agape in Collinsville? Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and more. They have weekly lunch and dinner specials. Pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service. For more information, you can give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. They're open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road. Bottom of the 5th inning. We're moving right along here. 4-3. Collinsville with the 1-run lead, looking for their 11th win in a row. And as I mentioned, that hasn't happened in recent history. 3 years in a row. I think 13, 14, and 15. They started off 6-0. But I can't find anywhere where they have had this long of a winning streak. 10 games, trying for number 11. Bovenet back on to the mound. Middle of the order, they'll face Quentin Albrecht. Steps up from the left side. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Albrecht singled in a run in his first plate appearance back in the 1st inning. He was hit by a pitch. Went down to second on a passed ball and then was stranded there. Here comes the 0-1 in the dirt. Ball one, 1-1. Waterloo Lady Bulldogs playing across the road here. I want to say against Crystal City. I'm not sure. I looked at it earlier and can't remember. 2-1. It'll be Albrecht, Goodsell, and Kepper here. The 3, 4, and 5 men in the order for Waterloo. 2-1 the count to the catcher for Waterloo. Next pitch up high. 3-1.
Started off the right way.
Yep. Last inning. Started that inning off with a walk. And that runner came around to score. Trying to keep Albrecht off the base pass here with a free pass, but he's going to get on maybe. Here's Scrum. He picks it up. He throws, and in time. Nice play, Noah Scrum.
Great play by Noah there. Ball kind of slowed down as it got through the infield. We talked about that heavy grass in the infield. Just about anywhere else that doesn't have a grass infield, that ball's going to get through into center.
Probably. That's why I was thinking that he was going to reach base, but you're right. It slowed down once it got past the pitcher's mound, and that allowed Scrum enough time to get to the ball. So 1 away, and up steps Lucas Goodsell. Goodsell is 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. First pitch from Bovinet is a swing and a miss. Bovinet ready with the next. Off-speed delivery. That one stays a little high and inside.
Yeah, spun out of his hand, kind of casted it out there. That's what they call when they flip that ball instead of pulling it straight down. Casted that ball and it didn't do anything. And then he just throws one right in the dirt.
Like a trout fisherman.
Yep. Casting is not good when you're trying to throw that curveball.
Only when fishing.
Yes.
2-1 the count to Lucas Goodsell, the third baseman for Waterloo. Nobody on. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Here's a high fly ball. Counton and Limp both on the run, and a diving try there by Hunter Counton, but he couldn't come up with it, and on at second base with a stand-up double is Lucas Goodsell.
He's only about a step and a half from making that play. But both the left fielder and the right fielder were playing, or left fielder and the center fielder there were playing very shallow.
As we know.
Yeah, and the wind did not knock that ball down at all. It cut right through it.
So on at second base is Goodsell. He represents the tying run. Up to the plate is Ty Kepper. He's 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout.
We've seen Waterloo bunt. So right here, you have to think that that's another chance that they might bunt this runner over here.
1 out. Try to get the runner over to third and give up an out. And that's exactly what they do. The ball is popped up into the air. Almost a diving catch there by Shiragi. Did you see how much spin that ball had while it was in midair?
He jumped out of there like a cannon, too. He just missed that.
Yeah. As soon as that ball hit the ground, it rolled off to the right because it had so much spin on it. And I would venture to say that if Shiragi would have got a glove on it, he would have had to squeeze hard, or else that one would have probably spun right out of his glove.
That's awful tough with those catcher's mitts, too.
So 0-1 the count. Runner at second, Goodsell has his lead. Collinsville leading by 1 here. It's 4-3 in the bottom of the fifth, 1 out. Next pitch, off-speed delivery, hits the outside corner, called strike 2.
He squared around awful early there like he was going to give himself up, pulled the bat back. I think he was going to try and slash it through the infield and just got fooled on that pitch.
Well, they're playing back at the corners now, not expecting a bunt this time. And the 0-2 pitch from Bovinet on the way. Swing and a little foul ball that stays at home plate.
Shruggy couldn't hang on to that one. Well, Bovinet did what you're supposed to do when a guy squares around. You try and throw him a strike. If he's going to give you an out, you try and take it.
That's exactly right. Runner at second, 1 out. Here's the next 0-2. Swinging a foul ball straight back to the screen. About 3 feet away from my camera.
3 feet away is fine.
Yes. I'll take 3 feet.
See if he can put him away right here.
Another 0-2 pitch on the way, and this one stays high.
Another one of those curveballs just kind of casted out of his hand.
Each team scored a run in the first. Collinsville had 3 in the fourth. Waterloo answered right back with 2 of their own in the bottom of the fourth. Waterloo with the tying run on at second. Here's a bouncing ball to Noah Scrum, and he kind of comes up on him. The throw over to first base is in time for the out. Wow.
Great play over there at first base by
Reeves.
Cameron Reeves to dig that out of the dirt there.
Yes, it was. I really didn't think that it was an out. Now the umpires are going to talk about it. Don't tell me they're going to change this. I didn't see anyone. Oh, they're going to go ahead and give it to him. Wow.
I'm not sure what the reasoning is here, unless they're going to say he bobbled it. The home plate umpire has no way of telling whether that runner actually beat him to the base. The only thing he can do is give him advice on whether he bobbled the ball or not. P-Trap is very upset right now. Not sure. I'm not sure how they can overturn that call.
No, especially since I don't really think anyone appealed from the other side. I think the home plate umpire came out and wanted to talk to the fielding umpire all on his own.
The home plate umpire just said to Schrage that he came off the base. I don't think he came off the base at all. It looked like his foot was right on top of the base.
Well, Collinsville didn't get that to go their way, so over to third base is Goodsell, and on at first base is Kepper. And up to the plate is Nolan Smith, the DH. He has grounded out, walked, and scored. Tying run just 90 feet away now. Only one out. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Nice job by Shiragi to put a mid on that one to keep it from going back to the screen.
Bovinet's going to have to put that behind him here and throw strikes. Try and get him another ground ball.
Double play could end the inning. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul ball. First base side. 1-1 the count to Nolan Smith. Wears number 2 on his jersey. One of a handful of seniors. 6 to be exact here for Waterloo. Swinging another foul ball. This one back to the screen. 1-2. Strikeout would be good here. Double play would be better.
Yeah, definitely would help reduce the pressure here.
This one's inside and low. Ball 2, that evens the count at 2-2. Bovinet ready with the next. And it's a ground ball to Richardson. He's going to throw home. Shiragi is there to apply the tag. And the out is recorded at home. So that is almost better than a strikeout because now there is no runner at third base. Runners on first and second and 2 outs.
Yeah, that's a smart play by Carson Richardson there. You're taught as a corner infielder there to field the ball looking back. He had already taken off. He took off on the ball right on contact, and it was a hard hit ball. So a little bit of a base running error right there.
So Collinsville wants to talk about it on the mound. While they're doing that, let's thank Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center. They handle all of the basic stuff, like oil changes and tune-ups, the not-so-basic stuff, too, like replacing a whole engine. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing. 3 locations to serve you, Millstat, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school, or call 345-0611 online, mikesautomotive.net, and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. 2 outs in the inning. 4-3 remains the score. Collinsville still holding on to that 1-run lead. Waterloo has runners at first and second. And Sam Kreinberg, who singled and scored his last time up, is up to the plate. Kreinberg was a strikeout victim in his plate appearance in the second inning, and he looks at the first one a little bit high, ball 1.
Yeah, if I had to venture a guess on what Coach Trapp was talking to Devin and Bovinet out there on the mound, was, hey, how you feeling? You think you can go another batter? They had somebody warming up down there in the pen, so we'll see what happens after this batter, if Devin can shut him down.
Next pitch, and it's a bouncer, and Shiragi has no idea where it is. He finally finds it, goes all the way back to the screen to get it, but Kepper and Smith move up on the play. So now it is imperative that we get an out here and leave those 2 runners stranded. There are 2 outs in the inning, and Kreinberg is up there with the count in his favor at 2-0. Tyson Roll waits in the on-deck circle. Right now it's up to Kreinberg. Pitch outside, ball 3. Again, wouldn't be a total end of the world thing if he walked him. Sets up a force play at any base. Here comes the 3-0. Outside, ball 4, he walked him. Third walk issued by Bovenet, loads the bases.
Here comes Coach Trapp.
Coach Trapp comes back out, and looks like that may do it. Second mound visit in as many outs. So we'll step aside for just a second. Right now, 4-3 in favor of Collinsville. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs have the bases loaded. We'll be back to tell you all about it in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Let's thank Pack Mail. They are locally owned and operated by Mr. Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, P.O. boxes as well, and they also offer climate-controlled self-storage. You can visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or you can call 346-4884. Jacob Dumstorff comes in to relieve Devin Bovenet. Dumstorff on the year. This is his 5th game. He has a 1-0 record, 11 innings pitched. He has a 3.71 earned run average, and he has struck out 12 while walking 5. And the first man he will face is Tyson Rodel. The second baseman for Waterloo has been hit by a pitch. He was stranded after reaching second on a passed ball, and he also struck out. First pitch from Dumstorff is outside. Nowhere to put him. Got to bring home some strikes. Bases are full of Bulldogs. Kepper at third, Smith at second, Kreinberg at first. Dumstorff, the righty, brings it. Off-speed pitch, just misses.
Dumstorff's a guy who usually throws a lot of strikes, puts a lot of pressure on the hitters to swing the bat, and relies heavily on his defense.
2 outs in the inning. 2-0 pitch, bases loaded. Collinsville leading by 1. That's in jeopardy. And now further in jeopardy as Dumstorff is missed with the first 3 pitches. And he's thrown to Tyson Rodel, and now Shiragi wants to come out and talk things over with his new pitcher. Maybe he noticed something he's doing wrong.
If anybody's going to know, it's going to be Shiragi.
Well, he went out there, and before he made it all the way out, he said something, and Dumstorff cracked a smile. So he probably walked out there and said, "Hey, what are you doing, man?"
Something to that effect, yep.
Yeah. Hey, you want to throw a strike? Let's find out. Here comes the 3-0. It's in the dirt, ball 4, and that walks in the tying run.
That's not good.
Nope. Easy RBI for Tyson Rodel as Kepper comes in to score from third. Down to third is Smith, over to second Kreinberg, and Rodel takes his place at first. And Josh Wittenauer, the number 9 man in the order, comes up with the bases loaded and 2 out in a tie game, 4-4. Bottom of the 5th. First pitch, strike. Couldn't do that against Rodel, huh? forced out of any bag. Strikeout would get you out of the inning with no further damage done. Here comes the 0-1. That one's outside. Ball 1-1-1.
Boy, Hunter Strachey held that pitch. I think Hunter thought it got the corner.
He's been calling the corner all game.
Was not in agreement with him on that pitch.
Dumbsdorf ready with the next swing and a base hit right over Noah Scrum. And 2 more runs are going to score, and Waterloo will take their first lead of this game. It is now 6-4 in favor of the Bulldogs.
And that's what happens when you put runners on, you walk guys, things like that happen. You have to throw strikes, you get behind in the count. Bad things happen then.
So, Collinsville scored 3 runs in the top of the 4th. Bulldogs put 2 of their own on in the bottom of the 4th, and now 3 runs here in the top of the 5th. Or bottom of the 5th, excuse me. I'm so used to doing home games. One to 0 the count. Back to the top of the order, Danny Tharp, and Tharp swings at the next, fouls it down the third base line. Count even at 1-1.
Dumbsdorf's going to have to take a look at that runner on second. He's getting a huge lead.
Runners at first and second. Pitch, swinging a high fly ball right to Braden Limp in center field. So the inning comes to a close, but not before the Bulldogs plate 3. And Waterloo has a 6-4 lead as we head to the top of the 6th on the Kahok Sports Network. Let's thank Brad Keene at Visionary Wealth Advisors in O'Fallon. Brad Keene, he is a 1988 graduate of Collinsville High School. He is now a wealth management advisor with 22 years of experience in that field. Call him today for financial advice, any work on your investment portfolio, retirement planning, or estate planning. Visionary Wealth Advisors offices in Edwardsville, St. Louis, and O'Fallon. Call Brad Keene today at 726-3008 or online, visionarywealthadvisors.com. Noah Scrum leads things off here for Collinsville as we have reached the top of the 6th inning. Kahawks trail now by 2. It'll be Scrum, Richardson, and Reeves here in the inning for Collinsville. And Scrum looks at one right around his ankles. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Scrum has a fly out. That was in the first inning, and he singled and scored in the 2-run 4th. Or excuse me, the 3-run 4th.
Collinsville down to their last 6 stouts here. That winning streak is on the line here.
It is. It is big time. They have shown that they can come back. They shown that last night. They scored all their runs, what, in the 5th, 6th, and 7th?
It wouldn't be a Kahok game if they weren't battling in some way.
That's right. Uphill battle this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Scrum. Next pitch, swinging a fly ball out to center field and pretty much right at Tharp, and he makes the catch for the out.
Didn't have to move much there.
Just like Limp in the last half inning.
Scrum put a hurting on it, but just right at him.
Nathan Albrecht back out for inning number 6 of work, and that steps Carson Richardson to the plate. Richardson singled and knocked in a run, plus he scored a run in that 3-run fourth inning. Before that, Richardson hit a fly ball to Baker that Baker handled. Here's a pitch that's inside, but the umpire calls it a strike on the inside corner.
Carson stands really close to the plate. He did not like that call.
Next pitch, swinging a high fly ball. This one's going to be in foul territory. Can anyone get over there? Oh, it's caught in the bullpen. Bullpen pitcher caught that ball on the fly.
Yeah. Speaking of bullpens, down the Kahok bullpen, looks like Reeves getting loose. Throwing 2 Dumbsdorf, so my guess is Dumbsdorf stays gone.
Reeves plays first, so we'll have to see what kind of defensive replacements they make besides on the mound. Albrecht is ready to go, and one up high to Richardson. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 6th, Collinsville trailing 6-4. Next one from Albrecht, swing and a miss. Took a little off of it. Richardson didn't like it. Slams his bat down at home plate, walks back to the dugout, not very happy with himself. Matt Campbell will come in and take the place of Camden Reeves in the order, and he bounces the ball right back to the pitcher, Albrecht with it. And a 1-2-3 inning for Waterloo here as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Bulldogs lead the Kahawks by a score of 6-4. Time to thank the Junior Service Club of Collinsville. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club has been providing women in the Collinsville area an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers, and projects, all that go help the needy. The next thing coming up for the Junior Service Club is going to be tomorrow from 9 a.m. to noon. It is called Community Work Day. Volunteers will be helping with projects at Glidden Park, Miners Theater, and Willoughby Farm. If you would like to help out, you can email the Collinsville Junior Service Club, but you better hurry up. You can do that at collinsvilljuniorservice@gmail.com. That's collinsvilljuniorservice@gmail.com. We are in the bottom of the 6th, getting kind of late. Collinsville trailing 6-4. Dumbsdorf back out on the mound for his second inning of work, and he hits the batter. Camden Reeves is still in the game at first base. And Baker will reach base for the 3rd time here this afternoon. That is the 3rd hit batter by Collinsville pitching. And Baker is on at first, nobody out. Quentin Albrecht, the catcher, steps up to the plate. He has reached base 2 out of the 3 times. And he's been up. A single, an RBI single at that. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. He was stranded at second on both occasions. And then he grounded out to Noah Scrum in the 5th. A ground ball to Noah Scrum now could result in a double play. Runner goes, Shiragi throws, Scrum catches, and can't get the tag down in time.
Another good throw by Shiragi. He's been on the button almost all year long.
That was a good strong throw, just a little bit too high. If it would have been a little lower, the runner probably would have ran into the tag. So now a runner at second base. Nobody down. Albrecht up there with a 1-1 count. Off speed pitch, and it goes right through the runner's legs as he comes home on a throw and not going to be in time. And down to second base on the throw is Albrecht with another RBI single. 2 RBI singles for the Waterloo catcher today.
Pete Trapp out here. He's asking if that
ball,
runner interfered with Noah Scrum making that play.
Well, Noah Scrum pointed at the runner as the ball went right between the 5-hole. And I'm guessing that Coach Trapp doesn't like the explanation because his body language gives all that up.
That's the second time Coach Trapp has had an argument here, and he's not gotten an answer he's liked so far.
Nope, he's not. He shakes his head still as he's walking back to the dugout.
The runner kind of moved into Noah's way there.
Definitely screened him.
Yeah, which is fine. You can definitely screen them, but when you interfere with them being able to make a play, then that's when you're running into trouble. Apparently, the umpire didn't see it that way.
Well, another run comes across. It's 7-4. So if Collinsville is going to win 11 in a row, it's going to have to be a big comeback as a sky-high fly ball finds Noah Scrum off of the bat of Lucas Goodsell, and that is 1 out. Quentin Albrecht down to second on the throw. Ty Kepper comes up. Kepper is 1 for 3. First pitch is a strike into Kepper.
It's about where he needs to be, that low outside corner. That's where Dumpstor's going to be okay. He gets up high, he's going to be in trouble.
Kepper reached on a fielder's choice in that 5th inning. He came around to score later. Next pitch is outside. Ball 1, 1-1. 1 out in the inning. Another run home here. The Bulldogs have plated runs in the 1st, and then 3 straight innings, the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. Here we are in the 6th. They've added another, and looking for more as that ball was fouled back to the Kahok dugout by Kepper. Nolan Smith waits on deck, and barring a line-out, throw-out double play, he'll get a chance to bat. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's in foul territory. On the run is Hunter Counton, and did he get there?
Slides.
Yes, he did.
Wow, what a great play by Hunter Counton.
That was an awesome play. Too bad y'all couldn't see it.
Shows that athletic ability he has, though.
That was a foul ball out. That was way deep in foul territory down the third base side as well.
Yeah, here at Waterloo, you can't see it on camera, but they have a huge foul territory area down the lines. But here behind the plate, it is shallow.
Yes, it is.
Kind of an odd-shaped construction.
Room everywhere except for where you need it. There's a ball that goes right through the legs of Shiragi, and down to third base is Albrecht. So another run just 90 feet away for Nolan Smith. Smith has walked and scored, reached on a fielder's choice and scored.
Dumpstorf's an out away from getting out of this mess, though.
He is. 2 outs in the inning. Collinsville will bat in the bottom of the 7th. Here's a chance for the second baseman Holton, and he throws over to first base for the out. 1 more run scores. We'll see how important that one is as Collinsville comes to bat in the top of the 7th, trailing 7-4. Jake Holton will lead things off here in the 7th inning for Collinsville. Kahawks are down to their final 3 outs. They want to try to notch win number 11 in a row. It'll be Holton, Morski, and then back to the top of the order and Hunter Counton. Facing Albrecht, looking for the complete game victory. There's a grounder to the third baseman and a nice scoop over there by Kepper at first base. Gets Jake Holton, and one pitch results in one out. That'll bring up Garrett Morski. Morski is 1 for 2, grounded out to the second baseman. Rodel his first time up, and then had an RBI single in the fourth, an infield RBI single. First pitch to him is a strike.
Yeah, this is an important batter right here. You want to try and get him on with at least count coming up next.
Swing and a line drive right to the shortstop, Wittenauer.
Can't say he didn't hit that one hard.
Nope.
Just right at him. Kahok's down to their last out.
That they are. 3 pitches have resulted in 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, and it's all up to Hunter Counton to keep things going. Back to the top of the order. Counton will try to get on and keep things going for Limp. Albrecht ready to go. Pitch is high. Ball 1.
Hunter's got to be very patient here. He's the last guy up.
Swinging a high fly ball in foul territory, and the first baseman Kepper is there. He has it, and that is it. 10-game winning streak comes to a close, and Collinsville loses this one tonight by a score of 7-4. We'll be back to tell you all about it in just a moment as we welcome you into the Cullip Jennings Florist post-game show. Cullip Jennings Florist is a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop on in for weekly specials, but right now they are focused on Mother's Day. That's right. As cold as it's been, you don't think about Mother's Day coming up, but it's right around the corner, kids. May the 13th. And if you would like some more information on what they have to offer for Mother's Day, give Cullip Jennings a call at 344-0404 or check out all their offerings online at cullipjennings.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network. And we welcome you back into the Cullip Jennings Florist post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Final score here today. Waterloo snaps Collinsville's 10-game winning streak by picking up a victory. 7-4 was the final. Collinsville scored 4 runs on 5 hits. They committed no errors. They left 3 base runners on. Waterloo got 7 runs on 7 hits. They also committed no errors, and they left 8 base runners on base. Losing pitcher here this afternoon was Devin Bovinet. He pitched 4 2/3 innings. He gave up 6 of those 7 hits, and all 7 runs were charged to Bovinet, who walked 3, struck out 3, hit a couple of batters, and had a wild pitch in there as well. And the winning pitcher was Nathan Albrecht. He pitches all 7 innings, giving up the 5 hits. All 4 runs were earned, and he walked 2, struck out 3 along the way for Nathan Albrecht. So Collinsville, their overall record now drops to 13-4. For Waterloo, they pick up the victory, and they improve their record to 7-5. Next up for Collinsville, they will play tomorrow at Marion at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then after that, their next game will be our next game. That'll be Tuesday from Fletcher Field as the Edwardsville Tigers roll into town and try to avenge last night's 5-4 loss at the hands of the Collinsville Kahawks at Edwardsville. Next up for Waterloo, they have the weekend off, and they will play at Civic Memorial on Monday. That's a look at the game totals and the game stats for the most part. We'll take a break here and await Collinsville head coach Pete Trapp to come and join us during the post-game show because we could not get him in the pregame show. He said he would come over, so we'll have to wait here for a moment as he meets with his team down the first base line in the outfield. And we're back with more on the Cullip Jennings Flores post-game show in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Well, it appears as if Coach Trapp has forgotten all about me as his meeting has broken up and he is still kind of puttering around the dugout a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and end it right here. Final score again. The Kahawks dropped this one and snapped their 10-game winning streak. Final score was 7-4 in favor of Waterloo. We're back on the air with you Tuesday. A big Southwestern Conference rematch between Collinsville and Edwardsville will come your way Tuesday afternoon, 4:15 pregame and 4:30 is the first pitch. Big thank you to Josh Hartle for helping me out. We're promised we're going to work on that scoreboard as well. So, everyone, have a fantastic weekend, and until Tuesday morning, my name is Todd Duke, and so long for just a while.